Hello all. Today we are going to see the different types of joins available in SQL. So for that, let's create two tables named source and target. So the source schema will be ID integer and name varchar. And we have created the table. Similarly, target will be of the same schema. And let's insert some values into source and target. So we have inserted 5 rows into source table and 6 rows into target table. And let's see what the tables contain. So source table contains 5 rows as we inserted, and target table also contains 6 rows as we insert. And there are 5 types of joins available. One is inner join, left join, right join, full join, and self join. So left join, right join, and full join, these three joins fall under outer join category. So inner join, what inner join does? So this is the syntax: select, iterate from source, give the alias as s, inner join, target, give the alias as t, and on what column you want to join. You can join on either one column or multiple columns as well, but you need uh, a single column, at least a single column to join. So for time being, let's join on ID column. So s dot id is equal to t dot id. So after we have joined, so let's see what all uh, columns and rows is the output. So if you see on the left hand side, the ID and name is from the source table, and on the right hand side, the ID and name is from the target table. You see only 4 rows coming out because inner join always gives you the rows which are common in both the tables. So as we have joined on the ID column, and in both the tables, 1, 2, 3, 4 IDs are common. And but if you see here, the name might be different. So in the first row, you see S and T names do be different, but still they are showing up in the output as the join happened only on ID column. So to understand better, if we add the join on name column as well, then we'll see the difference. So after adding this, we see that only 3 rows have appeared. The row having ID 4 did not appear because the name is different in both the columns. So inner join always gives you the data which is matching in both the tables. And coming to left join, so left join also has similar syntax: select from source s, left join, target t, and for time being, let's join only on the id column. S dot id is equal to t dot id. So let's see what data is being shown. So left join always shows the entire data which is present in the left side of the table, and only the matching rows in the right side of the table. So if you see here, since source table has 5 rows, all the 5 rows will be shown here, and the matching rows based on the ID column will be shown in the right hand side for ID and name. And since the ID is matching, it is shown both ID which is matching is shown, and since you have additional values like 7 and 8, 7 and 8 are not present in the source table, so those rows are not being shown here. And at the same time, if you add uh, s dot name is equal to t dot name, you'll see a difference. Since in this case, if you see s and t are not same names, so in the next case, the number of rows will be the same, but on the right hand side, you see the difference in data. Yeah. So if you see here, the ID and name became nulls because name is not matching for both tables. So always remember, in left join, the number of rows or the number of output, the number of rows in the output will always be greater than or equal to the number of rows in the source table or in the left side of the table. There can be cases where the number of rows can be greater than the source table, but it will never be less than the source table. Next, coming to the right join. Right join is the same as left join. It's just that we need to change it to right. And in this case, the table, the data present on the right hand side will completely appear, and the data which is present on the left hand side, only the matching data will appear. So if you see, we have joined on the ID column. Since 7 and 8 are present on the target table, on the right hand side table, they are appearing, and in the left hand side table, these are not 7 and 8 IDs are not available. So those are shown as nulls. So the same query, you can convert it to use left join as well. So just that you need to replace target in the left hand side and keep the source in the right hand side and just make it as left. So if you see, if you execute this, you see the same data coming, just that the ID and name got swapped. So as a best practice, whenever you work in any real projects, always use only left join or inner join. Try avoid using right join. Always use left join or inner join. And next one is full join. Full join is nothing but combination of both left and right join. So let's copy this example, and instead of right join, let's keep full join. So in this, you'll see the data sets present in both the tables. Just that if you see here, um, on the right hand side, the data, there is no ID for 5. So here it is showing null. In the right hand side, the target entries are showing null. And in the same way, 7 and 8 are not present in source. That's why in the source table, they are showing null. So it's just that combination of both left join and right join. And next is self join. So these 4 joins are mostly used in real-time projects. And also self join. Self join is one more important join which is used in daily basis. So for this, let's create a table. Self join is nothing but joining the table with its own. So for this, let's create a table called data details. And in this, keep the schema ID as integer, name as varchar, varchar of 10, and let's keep another column called manager ID, and the data type is integer. So now let's insert some records. So insert into details values 1 comma Rohit comma 3 and 2 comma Rahul comma 3, 3 comma Ravi null. So let's insert this data.